My name is David Winter and I am a furniture maker. I've always had an interest in carpentry for a long time, and then I was working as a sound engineer. When the COVID hit, I was looking for something creative to do and just started making tabletops and stuff in my garden as a hobby really, and then it just developed from there and I started to really enjoy the process and the design element of it and just improving my skills. It's led me up to today in the workshop. For furniture making, it was quite hectic, sound engineering, you're on the road a lot, it's a lot of late nights, long days, away from the family a lot. So now it's kind of being able to come to the workshop and just be my own boss and dictate my own time frames and what I'm designing, everything is down to me, which makes for a much more relaxed day and a much more creative day, which is ultimately what I was yearning for, something creative that I could do. With furniture, you get a tangible product out of it at the end, whereas with sound engineering, you do a mix and then it's gone as soon as the mix is finished and nobody really cares. Whereas with furniture, you can make something beautiful that lasts for God knows how many years. I think there's a sense of freedom in it, which is the beauty, allowing your mind to wander and not being curtailed by somebody else's agenda. It's just you can design what you want to design and figure out a way to make it. Using your hands, which is always a satisfying way to create art or to be hammering and chiseling and carving stuff out of the things that grow out of the ground. It's a satisfying process. And there's such an innate beauty in wood that, once you're finished, it's often something you can be really proud of. There's a lot of beautiful natural geometry in the world, like the head of a flower or things like that. And I think also my mind works in quite a logical way. So I think to combine the two is a natural step for me to take. It's the way I think and it's the way the world kind of works. And people identify very quickly with a pattern when they see it. When done right, it becomes a very beautiful thing. It's a bit chaotic really, the process. Let's just put some pieces together and see what looks nice and just keep working with them until I find something that looks a little bit out of the ordinary or a little bit different, and then I build on that and maybe scale back if it doesn't work as it scales up, and it's just a trial and error thing really. I'm usually hit by an idea in principle of let's cut in this direction, maybe it'll work this way, and then it just grows. Every piece I'm making, I'm refining the process and it's getting more accurate. It's more peaceful, more satisfying, more nourishing a lifestyle. I'm just hanging out with my kids more, I'm being more creative on a day-to-day basis because I'm in the workshop just working on my own stuff. It's much less stressful, much healthier. It's all up really. Since Corona's happened, which is weird. I expected it to be something much more detrimental than it's been, and it's actually been a much more positive step for my life. It's given me space to even be able to take the steps in this direction of starting to make furniture, and it makes me smile to think that I can get out of bed and just walk 10 minutes to the workshop and just be in charge of my own destiny. And I think a lot of people in their jobs don't feel a sense of worth even if they're completing their job to a satisfactory standard, whereas the moment somebody buys a piece of my furniture, I know I've done a good job, and that in and of itself is really rewarding. So yeah, it's better. My life is better. I think I'd like to get the process to a real high-end standard, to the point where I'm being commissioned to make a couple of bespoke pieces a month, take a long time and be very precise about making, and for furniture making to be my sole income would be amazing. I think if anything, what I've gained from this experience is just having had the space to start to follow something that I enjoy. It made me think, why didn't I take the steps to do this earlier? So I sort of feel like there is something that you're passionate about, even if it's on a really small scale, make a little bit of room for it because you don't know where it might go. even just giving it a tiny bit of space. I think that's what I've learned, just having the space during Corona to be able to investigate this avenue, and then realising, boom, this could be something that I'm doing for a living. I think that's been an incredible insight for me.